So I guess, just as I got more experience in the industry, I became more passionate about sort of trying to do things better and doing things right. And like a lot of people in that space, it was a bit of a fight to go against the grain of what was, I guess, commercially acceptable and commercially available. The builders thought I was nuts. I had to go through about 5 different sets of tradespeople to get people that actually would understand what I was doing and what I wanted to do. And that was back in 2002. So we're only talking, over 20 years ago. And within the space of about 5 or 6 years, that house was actually, wasn't ridiculous anymore. It was what people were looking for.
Yeah, some people are very knowledgeable and they're pretty clued up and they've done a lot of research. Others just don't have a clue. And that's the same again, like I say, with builders. Some of the builders that you speak to, they are very clued up, and others just don't want to know about it. And it's not until you actually educate them a bit and just with not pushing it, but just saying, this is why we do this, and this is why you should be doing this. And then once they kind of get a bit of an understanding, they get it. And it's just making sure that we can keep making sure all the builders get it. Some people are on board with it, some people aren't. But I find once you educate the client and explain things, especially about making sure your house is more insulated, making sure it's airtight, making sure you have a really great ventilation system. Once they actually understand those principles, they're a lot more on board.
But a lot of that is down to just a lack of awareness. Like, we're speaking to people every single day that go, we've never heard of any of this. Why has nobody told us? Architects just completely oblivious to the fact that carbon is going to become a major, major issue in the construction industry over the next 5 to 10 years. There's just a complete lack of awareness. But there's some people that know. There's more people that don't.
There's a great bunch of builders here in Christchurch and throughout New Zealand. They're qualified, they're very capable tradesmen. If they don't understand the principles of Superhome, of how to achieve high performance and energy efficiency, they may not understand the need to put attention into some details. And while they're doing a great job building, they may not understand things like thermal bridging, where cold transfers through steel or conductive surfaces to the interior, and then creates a problem with temperature control, with the need for depth of insulation, or to eliminate any gaps around the insulation.
Being a builder, I'm probably looking at anything that I design from a builder's point of view. So I'm always looking at it, how is this actually going to go together? How's it going to be constructed? Rather than from a designer's point of view where you're just looking, well, this is going to look good. I actually build it in my mind and make sure that when I draw my plans, I'm designing it and detailing it so that I'm actually building it step by step and making sure that the details are there so the builder can basically just follow along, and he doesn't have any questions, makes it easy for everyone.
I've always been a big supporter of Superhome, and I sort of, I'm not sure how many years it's been going now, but I had some. I mean, I was involved in discussions with Bob. Right at the beginning, while we were having discussions before it even happened, sort of thinking, how we've got to do things better. What are we going to do to get this thing off the ground? We've sort of kind of gone along and done our thing, but the Superhome movement with sort of Bob leading the charge is sort of he's obviously got a great deal more passion and enthusiasm and energy to do it than most people. But we've kind of been there right from the beginning, and I think just having the group of people who could discuss these ideas before it was common practice was really great. Just that sort of a bunch of colleagues who were all on the same page and wanted to do things was really important at the beginning. And now that we've got the Superhome Movement and there's more people in that space, it's becoming more common practice. But initially it was really good to go, there's other people that understood what we should be doing and that you weren't a lone wolf and you weren't crazy, that there was actually, there's evidence overseas of people doing the right thing, and we should be doing the right thing in New Zealand as well. And collectively, we can work this out and sort of get a bit more of a say of how things should be done in the marketplace.